The Philips BT50, a very affordable yet a good performer for the price at the time I reviewed it. Now, it's been quite some time and Philips has recently come out with the BT64, which I'm not sure if it's the successor to the BT60, but I'm going to assume it is. So did Philips do the magic again? Retailing for around 1500 Indian currency, the Philips BT64 is made of completely plastic, surrounded with a rubber material to give it some grip. The grill hiding the two drivers is made of metal. Very small, sturdy, lightweight and extremely portable. Now the buttons feel pretty good and are tactile. Now there is nothing that feels cheap about the BT64. I have no complaints about the build quality. Personally, I like the design. It's your typical rectangle shaped speaker. Small and elegant, but as always, you can be the judge. The top of the speaker features the power/function button, play pause button which also acts as the answer decline, and the volume up and down which also acts as the next and previous button when short pressed. And yes, you need to long press to change the volume, which I hate to death. You have to hold the volume up and down continuously to change the volume. Now I would have preferred the other way around. Now on one side of the speaker you can find a small hole to tie a strap which is provided by Philips. Now the front of the speaker has two LED indicator and a secret microphone somewhere. Now the micro USB charging port, aux in and the micro SD card slot can be found at the back of the speaker. And yes, you can play songs directly from a micro SD card, a welcome addition. Now the one thing that you don't see in the BT64 is it has a built-in FM radio, which is pretty rare in today's Bluetooth speaker. Now do keep in mind, you have to keep the 3.5mm cable plugged in for the FM to work because it acts as an antenna. And also remember to short press the power button to toggle between the different modes: Bluetooth, aux in, FM radio and micro SD card. Now talking about the aux in cable, Philips bundles a micro USB charging cable, aux in cable which I always appreciate, and also a strap as mentioned before. Now depending on which mode you use the speaker, Bluetooth, micro SD card, FM radio or aux in, the buttons have different functions. For example, when on the FM radio mode, the volume up and down acts as the next and previous station, and the power button saves an FM channel or scans for FM channel instead of going into the Bluetooth mode. The LED also blinks in different colors for different modes: blue for Bluetooth, light blue for SD card, green for aux in, and blinks blue and green for FM radio. I highly suggest going through the manual at least once. Now pairing is pretty straightforward. Turn on the speaker by holding the power button for a few seconds and it automatically goes into pairing mode, and the blinking blue LED turns solid once connected and you have wireless music on the go. As with most small Bluetooth speaker, my expectations were pretty reasonable. Here is a sample of the audio quality. Now if you want a more brief sound test and a comparison, I made a separate video, the link is in the description. So there it is. As I always say, sound recorded through my microphone, YouTube's processing, and then play through your speaker is not going to be accurate. So here is my word on the quality. I was surprised by its performance. Now as with most small Bluetooth speaker, the bass was okay, but definitely good for its size. Never expect any booming bass from a speaker of this size. Have reasonable expectations. The mids and highs were good without being too sharp. Instrumentals sounded good too. Not the loudest speaker I've listened to in this price range, that would definitely go to the Portronics POSH. Now there is definitely a little bit distortion at the highest volume. Overall, this is a nice sounding speaker with okay bass for its size. The range is also good. Leaving the speaker in my bedroom and walking all around my house, it didn't lose connection. But when I tried to take the speaker to my car parking, I lost connection, but that's pretty normal with no direct line of sight. Now the battery life is nothing exceptional. It's good for its size. Now there is no way to know the exact battery life. The speaker does make a beep sound when the battery is very low and will try to reduce the volume automatically to save the battery. Now Philips doesn't claim any particular battery life, or at least I couldn't find any, but in my testing at around 60% volume, I got a reasonably good 7.5 hours before it finally died on me. Almost same as the Portronics POSH, but pretty bad when compared to even the smaller HP's S6500 and even the Portronics shell. But do remember, the BT64 has to power 2 drivers, unlike the Portronics shell or the HP S6500. Now to charge the speaker from dead to full, it took me around 1 hour and 15 minutes, and the yellow LED indicator will turn off once charged. And yes, you can use the speaker while it's charging. Now this is a tough review for me to conclude. Why, you ask? Well, because I love the Philips BT64. It's small, portable, has pretty good sound quality, FM radio, micro SD card support, but I cannot recommend it happily, at least at its current price of 1500 Indian currency. There are much better choices at this price range, especially from the speakers I've tested. The Portronics POSH is a way better option for 1500 Indian currency. Now, yes, the Portronics POSH doesn't have a micro SD card support or FM built-in, but it's better in every other aspect. A little bit better battery life, better audio quality, splash proof. The only thing the POSH loses to the Philips is in its size. The POSH is not big either. They both are almost the same length, but when it comes to thickness, the Portronics POSH is definitely thicker than the Philips. What you're essentially paying for with the BT64 is the brand name Philips, as with most products. So does that mean the Philips BT64 is a bad speaker? Absolutely not. In fact, it's a great speaker if you can get it for, let's say, 1000 or even 1100 Indian currency, or you don't mind paying the asking price of 1500. My suggestion is to wait for the price to go down. Now, if you're the kind of person who doesn't care about the price or other small brands like Portronics, and the only features you're looking for are portability, FM radio, micro SD card support, and a big brand name slapped onto your speaker, then definitely go for the speaker. You won't be disappointed. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and thank you for watching. If you're interested in the speaker, you can find the links in the description below the like button. So what would you guys choose at this price? The Philips BT64, the Portronics POSH, or something else? Let me know in the comments below. My name is Adi. I'll see you guys in the next video.